Last time on BliceChunk, we rolled the Arceus magic shop where we stocked up on a whole bunch of runes as well as a magic staff, followed by rolling the Giant's Den where we got ourselves a bunch of tasks and spooned ourselves a beautiful dragon spear. Right, and here we are then, back in a chunk picker. We have some interesting chunks that we could land on. Noticeably, Land's End would give us hunting. I do believe it gives us hunting. I think the... Wait, do the boxes actually give a butterfly net as well? Otherwise, I could get a butterfly net for free, I think, in Puro once. And then train up to the chain chompers. I think that's a task at least. We could be getting the Lizardman, which would be an interesting one. Of course, the Grand Woodland. Land's End and Chunk 9 over here would give me flax as well, which allows me to make bowstrings, which would be pretty cool. Right here, I can get somewhat fast to a bank. This one would be even faster to a bank, so 18 would be the better one of the two. There's a bunch of interesting chunks. I do feel like it won't be too long until we get chunk 1, 2, or 3. It is only a matter of time, but somehow we've managed to evade them perfectly. How long can we keep that going? Let's see. Let's just go ahead and pick a chunk. What do we get? Oh no, I jinxed it, didn't I? Oh no, that is... Oh boy, okay. Oh no. Oh no. 95 making fletching and woodcutting. Uh-oh. Here we are then. Let's, uh... Oops, hold on. 6198. I don't know what other chunk I just unlocked. There we go. That's the right one. Oh, God. Well, we unlocked a new minecart track. That's pretty cool. The current woodland one, but... Oh, no. You know, getting the level for redwoods is no big deal. That's gonna be pretty easy. But fletching and fire making? That is going to hurt. That is going to hurt a lot. Well, we better get to it. I kind of have to think about this for a little bit and maybe ask around in my Discord and the Chunk accounts and like Chunk Discord and all that what they think about this kind of stuff. And of course, like, let me... Wait, no. Would be a bit weird to ask here for the comments, considering you wouldn't see this bit until I actually post the video. I checked the skill calculator, if I can find the right one, and to get to level 90 fletching for redwood logs, I would have to fletch 49,500 magic short bows, alternatively 55,000 yew long bows. That is about 10 times as much as I had to do with the previous chunk. Well, at least the yew long bows. With the short bows, that's like still that took me like what was that, a month and a half? If this is, well, you know, this was 10,000, so let's say that would be 5 times as much. We'd be in this chunk for half a year on just the fletching, and then another couple months on fire making. And I would like to somewhat, you know, frequently, not frequently, but I would like to keep posting videos at least. And this chunk is not going to allow that. So how do we treat this? What am I going to do for this? I'm gonna have to think. I'm definitely going to get myself to 90 woodcutting. There's no doubt about that. I am going to get to 90 woodcutting. So I might as well just put myself back on these trees and get that audio gone real quick because that is very annoying, the magic tree audio. 90 woodcutting will happen, but I'm not too sure what to do about the other parts of it. Fire making also wouldn't be too crazy. I feel like 90 fire making is also most certainly doable. If we go for the woodcutting, we can do the fire making, I would say. But that fletching, what do we do about the fletching? That would take so insanely long. And I don't know, like this is one of those chunks where I think I would burn out well before ever getting close to the goal. So I'm gonna have to think about it. I'm gonna do some asking around, and we'll have to think of some interesting, fun compromise to still get to the goal, but not all the way, probably. Actually, I think I have a pretty good idea. So we would need to go to 90 fletching for redwood logs into shafts. That is a bit extreme. But what we could do is that we say, which would still be a very long grind, is that we go to 80 fletching. Because 80 fletching is the level I'm going to need to make a magic short bow once we do eventually get a flax field. And I think that is a lot more realistic. Alternatively, I think you can get flax farm beekeeper events as well, can't you? So yeah, I think since it is possible for us to get a magic short bow, I'm going to say our task is going to be 80 fletching. And we'll backlog 90 fletching until we have a more reasonable way of getting to it. I think that would be a flax field. Because if I can make bowstrings, that would save insane amounts of time. And I think that is a lot more realistic. But I think 80 fletching is still 5 levels, which is almost double of what we already have. I think that's a fair compromise. I think that's how I'm going to do it. So we'll go 90 woodcutting, 90 fire making, and 80 fletching. It's been a long time since I was able to record a clip. My PC died, but it's fully fixed now. Hopefully, complete motherboard and CPU replacement, switching to AMD from Intel, so that should no longer happen. So I wasn't able to do or to make as much progress as I would have liked in the time that I've been playing. But we're getting closer to 90 woodcutting, which would be one of the goals. We have about half of the required magic logs in the bank right now, and then I still need to do all the U logs, which is going to take quite a long time still. But I do need to work on some things still. Anyways, we got a lamp. That's going into Slayer, and that is going to be level 10 Slayer, which I believe is the requirement for the face mask. Also, no sound right now because I got it turned off for the magic trees because they sound horrible. I think that's face mask level 10. Yes, so when we do get the chunk in, like, castle chunk, we'll be able to grab the face mask, and I'll have to think a little bit about what I want to put lamps in now. 90 woodcutting! Nice! Can now chop redwood trees on the chunk account, yay! Everything is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. We're not even remotely close. It's been a couple months already, but we're just like chopping through. Let's actually get a task off the list though, because this is just gonna feel good. Don't know how long it takes to chop one of these. Let's also turn the chopping sound on for this. How long does it normally take to chop a redwood log? I thought I saw somewhere that it's got like a higher chop rate than magic logs. Ah, there we go. Chop redwood logs done. That is also an elite task in the area. That's pretty cool. All right, cool, done. Sweet. Hello. It's been a little while before since I made the last update. We currently have 23 days playtime pretty much. We're at 92 and a half woodcutting. I haven't started the fire making or the fletching process yet afterwards, but I figured I would kind of update. We lamped Slayer up to 16. I've decided to just go ahead and lamp Slayer. Don't really know what else to do with it, and I figured Slayer would at least eventually lead somewhere. I finally just got the flax from the beekeeper event. I haven't had that yet in all this time. The pile of logs currently was sitting at 12,000 logs. I believe I need 13,600, so we're almost done. A couple more lots of days. Lots of seeds added thanks to birds' nests. Yeah, good stuff. I'm a continue chopping. All right, I think that might be the last level that I'm gonna get on woodcutting. That's 93 woodcutting. Or maybe actually I am gonna get more woodcutting levels. We'll have to see. It's at least the last level I get before I'm done with magic logs. We're currently on 13,256. I believe 13,600 is the amount that I need. And after that, I need about 8,000 U logs, which I don't know how much U I need to level up again, but we're getting to an end. We're finally closing in on the goal. Almost there. All right, it's been a while since we last were here, so let's go check what we are up to. We do have those 13,633 magic logs, which is enough to get to 90 fire making from the 75 that we have right now. We're almost halfway with the U logs as well. We're currently on 3,931, and I think we need about 10,000, so we're getting close. We've also been saving up all the sapphires, all the jewelry that we've been getting. We can alch those later. I have an easy clue in the bank here that I kind of want to go take a look at right now to see if that is a step we can... Well, it is a step we can do. Maybe we get another step afterwards that we can do, and who knows, it would be cool if we can actually complete an easy clue. Yeah, no, we have all the logs that we need for some fire making. So I thought maybe it would be a fun break to just kind of go to the other bank and start fire making a little bit. So let's go take a look. Let's go do this clue first. See if it is if we get a back-to-back step. The chances are really small, but it is always a possibility. It looks like he's currently outside of the chunk, so I'm just gonna hop worlds real quick until we find a world where he's in the chunk. Oh, and a single hop later, we're already there. Alright, give me the step. Wayne, that is... that's Falador, that's not a step that we can do. There was a small chance that it would have been in the Messel, I believe. I think there's an easy clue around there, but sadly this one is all the way in Felidor, and I think that's one of the last clues that we'll be able to do. So that's the drop, and we'll color that one red. We have been stuck in this chunk a lot longer than I would have liked to be. Time-wise, spent on the account, it would have been the same, of course, but I've not been putting in as many hours recently as I have in the past. But account-wise, we're up to 25 days and 23 minutes. So lots of time spent on the account still. It's just that those hours aren't always as frequent. But yesterday I spent a nice 10 hours chopping U-logs. I think I got about 1,400 U-logs chopped in one day, so that was not too bad. The magic logs took the longest. I probably should have started with the U-logs. That would have given me a higher woodcutting level when starting with the magic logs. We are looking to get about 2 more woodcutting levels. We are almost level 94, and then the final stretch will get me 95 still. Fire making wise, we will be going to level 90, of course, and our fletching level will get us to 80. We will have to level that a lot higher if we get the current castle. We'll have to get that a lot higher if we get the bowstrings. Those are kind of the small little goals I set for myself, because I do not want to push the fletching to level 92 as well. That would be way too long for my abilities. But I think we did make a nice compromise. We've been here long enough, anyways. It's by far been the longest chunk I've been in. So it's been a good grind. Either way, I don't think it's too interesting to show another session of fire making. We already had that well, before, when we had to get to level 75 for burning the magic log in the first place. So I'll just skip through to the point where we've burned 13,500 magic logs and we reach level 90, just like that. I'm recording these different clips over like a really long, different period of time, because like I'm not going through this as fast as some would. Oh, that looks weird. Just still spending a long time, so I might be repeating myself a bunch of times. Either way, we just hit 80 fire making, 10 more levels to go. This is the level that we are going to stop at for the fletching, which will only be level 80, rather than the, what is it, like level 92 requirement. The quest task that we had, or the chunk task that we had was going to be to fletch an unstrung magic bow, but we actually did get a flax from the beekeeper event. So if we go to the chunk task, I'm gonna have to swap this up, but we can actually make the magic short bow itself, which is super cool. Alright, I made some changes to the list, and if we re-roll this now, or reload this now, we have the 10 crafting skill requirement to make a bowstring, and we swapped this out for the Fletcher magic short bow. No, okay, that doesn't seem like it's quite switched that up yet, but that should now be a magic bow. Very cool. So I was talking with one of my chunk friends a bit about things that we have on the map and all that, because he's another well, chunker that is currently locked in the Phosphorus dungeon. And we're just kind of talking about what we have around us, and I realized that well, I do get a house portal if I roll this chunk right here. I can't actually use it until I can move my house there, can I? So I feel like I should start lamping construction, maybe? I don't know what the level requirement is to earn construction XP from Port Piscarilius, from the cranes. I don't know if there's any other means to get construction XP. I feel like maybe I would be able to teleport to my POH and then teleport back if I have a teleport, which would be if I unlock the main current castle. I don't think I have any other teleports currently. I mean, there's a woodcutting guild, but you can't teleport there until you have a skills necklace, which I don't have. So I feel like if I have a teleport, like the Rada's Blessing, for example, I would be able to teleport into my house and then to teleport back into one of my chunks. I feel like that would be allowed, and then I could train my construction naturally up to, I think it's 25 you need to be to move your house to Hasidius, and then I could enter around here. But until I have that, I'm just gonna have to see. Maybe I'll wait. Maybe I'll keep lamping. No, okay, here's what we're going to do, because right now I'm just lamping Slayer to just kind of, unlock some more things eventually. Um, but I am one chunk away from the Zarek's Talisman, which would give me a teleport into my chunks, and I'm one chunk away from the Kingdom of Grand, which would give me a means to teleport in. Both of those would, in my eyes, unlock construction for me as well, because I have the house board. I can teleport in to the house. I just wouldn't be able to teleport out of the house. This would allow me to do so. And this would allow me to do so. Once I get either of those, I'm going to allow myself to teleport into the chunk. And until we get one of those, I'm going to start leveling my construction, just in case we go very dry on those, so that I would be able to eventually move my house here, so I can then start leveling construction. I think that's a good idea. At least until we have another means to train construction, like, for example, the cranes. I think that's how I want to tackle it. We've had the little conversation about farming as well, about how most people tackle farming as a passive skill. Because if I do roll this chunk right here, South Osidious, I would have the allotment patch, the patch, and the flower patch, and I have a big source of seeds in both pickpocketing farmers as well as moss giants. And possibly a moss farmer around here, I'm not too sure. I'm going for the, was it like a level 61 requirement to plant snape grass, I think, is what I have. I'm gonna go for that because in the downtime of waiting for these to grow, I can just grind some fletching levels for some of the backlogged tasks. So who knows, maybe I'll be able to get one of the backlog tasks out if I do roll this, like the 85 fletching for a magic longbow. I think that would be, a pretty decent way to look at it. The spirit tree obviously wouldn't really unlock anything. This is the only farming patch that would allow me to actually plant anything. Lastly, let's quickly talk about Puro because that is also a topic. I'm currently not at the level where I can catch baby emplings. That's level 17. I'm only level 15 right now through labs, which is the level I needed for Ruby Harvest. So if I do roll Land's End, which is just such a good chunk for me, because this not only I thought this only unlocked Hunter with the nets in the boxes. Apparently this also unlocks fishing, which is just incredible. So yeah, no, this would be fishing, food sorted, unlocks hunting sorted, but it also unlocks Puro. And I think I'm going to follow something some others have done before me, where Puro gets ignored, excluded until you roll Zenaris. Because everything that you get from Puro kind of just takes a lot of the fun out of things that you naturally earn in different chunks. Because everything, like, there's just so much to it. I feel like it just takes a lot of the fun out from things you could possibly discover elsewhere. So, I mean, I already have like some very high best-in slots with the Dragon Spear and the Magic Shortbow that we're going to be making. And Fire Battle Staff, I think it is, from the Fire Giants. But still, like, there's certain unlocks that I just they would just take so much longer before I would ever be able to get those. So I'm going to say no to Puro until we get Sonaris. That's just a quick talk about the chunks. Back to fire making. We are making good progress. We've just been like fire making passively here in front of the door. We're down to 6,000 logs from, what was it, 13,000 that we had. So over halfway. Let's go. And just like that, we have one more log to 90 fire making. There we go. Oh my god, that took a lot longer than I thought. Plus, you know, Gridmaster, so you can open redwood logs and light an abyssal lantern with redwood logs. So let's go get that task done real quick, and then we just need to do some crafting training as well as some fletching to get the magic short bow. But there we go, redwood logs done. Hold on. Hey! Let me do this for a moment. Watch this. Boom. Oh my god, wait, we actually got that. What the fuck do you mean? What? Wait, what? Huh? I didn't expect to actually get something from that. Holy shit, well, I'm gonna have to clip this and put it in the fucking... So, yeah. Like you can see in that clip, we just got the evil chicken feet at 14 eggs. Just gotta say, I'm not going for the chicken outfit as a task. I know that with forestry, it's a lot more reasonable to go for. But I'm keeping that, like, at least for the time being. I'm not going to chase that. I think until I maybe unlock forestry, and I have to go for all the other tasks anyways. Because I've been doing all my chopping here in the woodcutting guild for that invisible, was it like +7 boost to woodcutting for the speed. But that is very cool. Quick word about the evil chicken feats. Did you know that they actually, like, at least with the pens that I chose, they're not connected, so they're kind of just like disconnected floating feet. I'm a ghost. Spoopy. Just making some quick like additional additions in the chunk rules. So I was wondering, I was editing the video and I noticed that I got a achievement diary completion, even though it wasn't in the tasks, even though that was clearly something I had to do. Which makes me think that I may have forgotten to click that anywhere. And just going through, I also saw something about like filling the BOH costume room slots, which I just think is a fun thing to do. As well as recurring permanently unlocked things like the angelic gravestone. Like, you know, I think we should unlock those. So I enabled those, and I'm just gonna look real quick to see where. What was this? I don't know. Yeah, where that would be. Oh, is this? Show diary tasks. Show diary tasks only when the whole diary tier. No. Show all diary tasks possible regardless of tier. Yes. Required of Okay. Combat achievements. Do you want to do those? Can I do those? Oh man, am I gonna regret this? Fuck it. What's this then? Show diary tasks only when the whole diary tier is completable. Yeah, no, I don't. Nah. So, well, oh, so I did have show diary tasks, and why wasn't this showing? Show all diary tasks possible, regardless of tier. So was this only gonna show up because it was an elite tier? Because, like, well, whatever. We've got those now. Let's see if anything changes. Oh God. Let me. Okay, well, goody. Let's see which one we've actually already done from these. We have combat achievements, which are the Walking Volcano and Into the Den of Giants. We've already done. Achievements completed. Corendon Cabos. Let's close this. Bu- 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 bu. Easy 2. We've done. Oh, God. Which one is that? Task 8. Deliver some intelligence. That is medium. Oh, we've not actually done that. Alright, so we've got a couple extra tasks then. What are the other ones? Hard task. Oh, God. Hard task 1, enter the Woodcutting Guild, we've done. Obviously. Okay, so that one is done. Hard task 6, kill a zombie in the shades and crypts, we've done. Elite task 2, chop some redwood logs, we've done. I've also, well, I have kill a sand crab as well. Don't know why that is not in here. Or maybe it was. Oh, you know what? Take a boat. Well, take a boat to Lanzan. Oops. Okay, so I guess it, like, we've already done the tier 1, like the easy ones, and the other ones weren't showing up because I haven't completed the easy tier. But okay, so now it's working correctly for me. Buy a player-owned house, permanent unlockable, we have done. What was this? Woodcutting, elite director. Yeah, no, but we've done that. Okay, cool. So we do now have the task to hand in some intelligence, and that is something we'll have to do as well. I'm just gonna do that once I'm done with the fletching, which is getting close. Oh, that's the wrong thing. We need. I was just like kind of looking at how much that would require. To level 80, we need 5350 U longbows still, and we're on 3700. So yeah, no, honestly, like 2 days of chopping wood, and we'll be there. So yay! All right, special level. Special little level coming up. There is 95 woodcutting. It doesn't unlock us anything. It's not ever done because we still need to keep chopping for a bit to get the remainder of the fletching level. But that is the final woodcutting that I'll be getting in this chunk. The final woodcutting level that I'll be getting in this chunk. I'll probably be getting a higher level once we actually, like, you know, continue training fletching. Whenever we get a new method of training and we want to go push higher and higher and higher. But for now, 95 is the final level. Cool. Alright, hello. Let's open a couple bird's nests. Just for some fun. Wow. I usually get a bit more variety, but alright. But very excitingly, this lamp right here will give us our first new level on our new leveling grind for lamps, which is construction. There's level 2 construction. Beautiful. One other thing I didn't really talk about, I don't think I showed all the clips for it, is the fact that we've got, what is it, other, and then random events. We did end up getting all of the outfits. Apparently I didn't have everything yet. I think I was missing some zombie pieces, but we do have that now. So everything will give us lamps. Stack of nests is looking quite nice there, and the seeds are looking pretty good as well. Can't wait to get farming started. Ah. Oh god, how do I there we go. Gangsters. I turned on those extra requirements, and yeah, so I need to kill or get some intelligence. There we go. Beautiful. Very quick already. We're just gonna kill the remainder of these as well, because it will give me well, some good stuff. Like compost is gonna be great for the. Can I get some hits, please? It's gonna be great for the farming once we get it. Until we get the super compost. And yeah, if we can stock up on some planks already. Just thought that was gonna happen tonight right here, so I know I had access to this, so why not, right? It's gonna be some good stuff. Like plate skirts. There was a time where we needed this. Nowadays it's just worse than what we have. Not even that much worse though. It's kind of crazy. Ooh, cadence sign. Okay, well, we got ourselves 3 intelligence, which is going to be a bunch of combat XP. We've got ourselves 134 compost, which I hope will be handy. We had a frog princess while we were waiting here. A couple cosmic runes, oak planks, teak planks, and mahogany planks. Very nice. Alright, and we arrive at Captain Ginia, and we hand in those things, and there we go. We complete the medium diary. Well, not the entirety, but task number 8. And so now we only have the fletching and the crafting left. Well, I need to chop about 600 more U-logs, I believe, but this is done. Very nice. Let's we can put in attack, strength, defense, and HP. I think it's probably worth it for me to just put that in HP. Not too certain. I think like HP will like generally just give me more HP. It's always handy to have. So yeah, I'm just gonna put those in HP. Let's see. There we go. Put that in HP. And put that in HP, thank you very much. Cool. Alright, I chopped a little bit more than I was supposed to. Just a tiny bit, one inventory. But there we go. That is, well, over 5350 U-logs. And that should be enough to get me to 80 fletchings. And that's just fletching itself and some crafting afterwards left. I did get another was it beekeeper, so you've got 20 flax now, which is just amazing. But there we go, we are currently on 11,000 longbows, and that will go up to about 16,500. So yay, let's go. And there we go, that's level 78. So we can now make dragon and magic crossbows. Not that we'll ever need to, as magic wait, magic. Oh no, okay, right, yeah. So it's magic logs with dragon crossbow. Okay, got it, got it. We'll never be able to do that, but got it. Nice. Level 79. We can now make Greenman carving. Wait, Greenman carvings have a level 79 requirement. I thought it was level 1 on release. Did they change that, or was it always like that? Well, either way, 1 level away from level 80, so let's keep going. Oh, I'm so excited that this is finally happening. This chunk has taken way too long. Well, we're not quite done yet. We still need to get the crafting done as well, so that we can actually make the magic short bow in its entirety. But this inventory should get me to level 80 fletching. There we go. Beautiful. We can now make magic short bow. So let's go ahead and already make that unstrung short bow. Put that all away. Super exciting. And let's go train our crafting. I don't know what method I should use. I think you can dye capes for some XP, so let's we'll grab like 50k coins and we'll go check that out. Alright, let's see. So how much XP does it give to dye a cape? 3. Dye okay. Okay. That's okay, so that wasn't happening. We are instead here at the sheep, which we're going to share, and we're going to make balls of wool. And I'm just going to drop the balls of wool. We're not going to bank them. We're not going to sell them, because I can buy balls of wool in the Hosidius General Store. So there's no reason to keep these. They're purely going to be for the farming XP. And I believe that every ball of wool will give like the same amount of XP as dying a cave would, probably. But yeah, as you can see, like I don't have to hop worlds for these. I can gather them a lot faster. So, oh, and we get a surprise exam. Nice. All right, so I've got the book now. Do I put that towards the construction we are training for, or do I use that to speed up the crafting? Let's just do a bit of crafting. We'll save this book for now. Let's see how long it would take. Right, so ball of wool, that gives us 3 XP, 2 XP, yeah, so 2.5 XP per ball of wool. It's the same as dying a cape, so this is gonna be slow. That, yeah, nothing else to it, it's gonna be slow. How much XP do you need for level 10? Huh, probably like, was it like 1200? Yeah, I think 1200 sounds about right. Alright, well, it's slow, but it's not like undoable, so. Um, it is it's whatever. We're just gonna put the book of knowledge towards. Yeah, I'm just gonna put this towards construction. 30 XP down in the pockets. Right, that should be the first level. Level 2 crafting. We can now craft pheasant's clothing. Hold on. Do I have pheasant feathers? Huh. I've not really done a lot of forestry events. I kind of want to go check that. We'll finish this. We'll finish these balls of wool, and then I'll go check that. Ooh, I do have pheasant feathers, and I do have thread, and I do have a needle. Can I now make like
The collection log.
Oh fuck yeah! Also, that's so loud. Hold on.
The collection
Oh
log.
yeah, and this gives way more XP as well. Okay. That is level 3 already.
The
Let's
collection
make
log.
this one, and can we make the cape?
The
Hell
collection
yeah,
log.
full set's done. Can we make anything else with this still? No, you need 15 feathers per piece, but cool. We got the full pheasant outfit now for when we eventually roll forestry. We'll already have that done, and we got a lot more XP out of that. Cool. That's a very cute cape. I like it. I might honestly keep that. Do I like that more than a blue cape? Where's the blue cape? Nah, I like the blue cape. Alright, we'll put these away. Cool. Well, aren't these levels just flying in? There's level 4 crafting already. We can now make candle lanterns. Yippee. And just like that, we already have level 5. We can now craft golden rings and make standard birdhouses, neither of which we can currently do. What was the closest? Oh, where are we going? What's the closest furnace again? I think it's the one in Loverkenge. Or, yeah, Loverkenge, Mount Carolum has one, but to be fair, we're only 2 chunks away from a furnace. Oh, wow. Right, moving on. Level 6. Gonna make gold necklaces. Level 7. We can now craft boots, pie dishes, and gold bracelets. The pie dishes and gold bracelets are definitely not happening for a while. The boots are actually quite possible because we do have cows. We just don't have a tannery. But there's one in the Forthos ruins. as well as I think, yeah, Tannery right here, all the way over on the west side, which, to be fair, is only 4 chunks away. So, can you move there? Yeah, I think you can move there. So that's only 4 chunks away. Also, I suppose one of those chunks is a Dragon Warhammer. Alright, well, we'll see. And there's level 8. We can now make balls and golden amulets. Level 9, 1 level away. We can now craft leather cowls. Oh my god, I'm gonna be done with the chunk. These balls of wool get me level 10 crafting. We can now make bowstrings. I got all of my flax here for some extra XP. There we go, craft a bowstring. Let's just make it all real quick, see, because I think we're gonna get another level out of it. Yeah, very nice. Look how much better that is. You've got a flax field like a 1 chunk above the cow field. That would be insane for crafting XP. There we go, level 11. Level Vem braces now. Oh, let's just finish these up real quick and then, oh man, we're gonna have a magic short bow. Who needs clues, am I right? There we go. Flatch those together. And that is a magic short bow strung. Let's wield it as well because that's cool. And that is every task done. Oh. Oh, it's done. Yes. Well, at least there's no way the next chunk is gonna be worse than this one, right? uh, you'll see soon enough, hopefully. Maybe it's gonna take another couple months. Quite a few months. How long were we here? A decent amount of months. Either way, we finish it off on 28 days and 11 hours. Yeah. Nice. Cool. All right. Wow. I'll, yeah. We'll see where we end up. See you next time.